believe that. I believe that. I like you, Agnes Brown.
What? What was that? What'd she say? A bucket and a mop.
Honey, if it's that wet, you need a gynecology.
Touch that little thing that's swinging the back of my throat.
Damn, that's violent.
Maybe she's trying to get a strep infection. My mother told me if you do that, you'll never be able to go.
Ooh, these young people so ratchet with these ratchet nasty ass songs. Where's that coming from?
I don't know. And you know what I tell you? I don't know what the world is coming to. Young people these days,
young people
have
listen to this.
So much trouble.
Damn, you ain't gonna believe we just heard.
What?
What you looking for?
Babe, I'm looking for my phone.
That's swinging the back of my throat.
There it is. Hey, little black. Say what? When? Tonight? Yeah.
I guess you just has some wet eyes.
No.
What's going on, y'all? Oh, man. What's happening? What's happening? Good evening. Can y'all hear me and see me? What's going on? We had to kick this off with baby Tyler Perry. Y'all. What's happening? Hey, Skeeter. How you doing? How's it going? Hi, Mark. How's your son? How's everything going? What's happening, Koala T? Oh, man. What's happening, dear heart? Tyler Perry was only a matter of time. Cat Williams never told a lie. He did not. What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Come on in here. Let's get some music going. Y'all, we got some things to discuss. Good job. Tyler Perry. Lord have mercy. Shout out to Koala T, my favorite reactor. You are absolutely funny. I've been missing out on your live streams for the last 2 days so far. If I can get one of my mods to drop Koala T's link in the chat. Fantastic content creator, y'all. He keeps me laughing. Absolute blessing. So happy to have him here and be able to just support him and other content creators. One of the things I love about Koala T is that he does a fantastic job of just, reminding us all that the YouTube community can be, a well-working, positive community where we support each other and encourage one another and give shout outs to each other. Drop links to our channels and stuff when you come in the chat. It's not competition here. We got plenty of content for days for everybody. No competition needed. And Koala T absolutely embodies that. Every single live he has, he shows love. So make sure you all check out Koala T Reacts. Please drop his link to his YouTube channel. I'm gonna pull it up, just like he does with me. It's such a blessing. And you get it. That's how it's supposed to be. The camaraderie is just amazing. So it's always a pleasure to be able to support other content creators, y'all. And Koala T is one of them. Look at this. Look at him. Oh, Koala T Reacts. This is his channel, you guys. That's fantastic reactions to some hip hop rap music. And been going hard and heavy in on Kendrick Lamar's on tour. Drake is still a clown. I wish they would return him to sender. Go to your room. Where's your mother? Hey, Canada, if you guys want, we'll send you at least 3 people plus Drake in exchange for anyone else. We'll take any citizen you have in exchange for Drake and 2 others. Who do you want? Get his ass out of here, y'all. This is a Koala T Reacts YouTube channel. And I do this because it's exactly what he does. He also has Twitch. Oh, cool. Y'all, this is such a blessing. It's such a blessing to be able to do this and just to be able Hold on, let me get your link. Oh, did the link show up? Maybe I'm late. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Saint. Saint be on it. Thank you so much. So you guys make sure you check out Koala T Reacts. This is how this works in the YouTube community. We share love and support each other and encourage each other and uplift each other. That's how it's supposed to be. And I am just so honored and blessed. Look at that. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry done got his ass a lawsuit. Hey, it's just, listen, y'all, Tyler Perry, you're not supposed to be getting sued like this. What are you doing? The hell? It's not just Tyler Perry, it's also Medea. Are you kidding? God dog it. Man, we can't even go good 20 years with just having an entertaining, funny black person who decided to wear a wig and a dress and make us all laugh. No. Too much like right. Too much like right. I don't understand why you sitting here getting yourself caught up, Medea. What is the deal, y'all? Oh, it's just a matter of time. Y'all, we've been checking out a lot of Medea YouTube shorts too. And I tell you one thing. Ooh, child. I did not. You know what? I'm not gonna. No, I didn't see this coming. Not in this manner. I guess. You know. Just oh man, some ratchet stuff, y'all. Ratchet. So Tyler Perry, you got a lot of explaining to do, bro. You got a lot of explaining to do, bro. Oh my God, y'all. I'm gonna play one more. Video. I'm trying to get off my documents up. I got the lawsuit up. Hold on. I'm trying to get all my documents up because I kind of want to touch over the status update.
These people are just a mess.
The former mayor supervisor up there. I'm gonna call her SS. I'm gonna try my best not to say super stupid, but if it slip out, it is what it is. I don't but I'm gonna say SS. If you don't like it, then you can kick rock because I'm working on it. You feel like you're not supposed to be entertaining or funny anymore, like Bernie Mac didn't call people a lot of names. Get out of here. Well, I want to kind of go over some updates that I got on her case. It was just the case status. I've been trying to get that affidavit, get my hands on it, that she filed, that they have vehemently rejected Edgar County watchdog's attorney. They was like, nope. No, ma'am. You're not gonna come in and insult us with that nonsense. Nope. So let's play some more Medea, baby, while I pull this stuff up. And you guys can bear with me for a minute. Because this is something else. Medea is getting sued.
It's hot as hell. It's Cadillac. I don't have no air conditioner.
You have one in?
I want a ham, an egg, and a cheese biscuit, okay? Hello?
We out of here.
Oh,
You want a
God.
ham? Okay, all right, fine. Then give me an egg and cheese biscuit.
We out of egg.
You out of egg?
Oh, Lord.
Fine, then just give me a damn biscuit.
It's 10:31, ma'am, and we just stopped serving breakfast.
Oh, the hell on. I've been sitting here for 15 minutes waiting on your ass. No, honey. No, I don't care. I want breakfast.
You want something else, like lunch or something?
Anybody say nothing about doing lunch? I don't want no lunch. I want breakfast.
Right.
I'm about to get carbon peroxide poisoning in this damn car, waiting on you to give me my damn food. This Cadillac is old as hell. Where's my food at, honey?
We out of egg, we out of ham, and we out of cheese and biscuits. So can you get out of line, please?
Where's your manager, honey?
Look, I am the manager. Now,
Damn, this is what I don't understand. When you start going to church?
look, I had to go to church.
Honey, damn, back in the day, we used to shut it down. We used to steal, kill, rob, and stab, and now you run to the church house.
Yes, I had to. Child, I ran up in that church house.
Stop that line.
Well, God, I ain't even told you the whole story yet.
You done told 3 lies just that quick talking about I ran up your line.
Yeah.
You ain't run up nowhere.
Everybody need to run up in here from this house. These people, they're just a mess up in here. It's just awful.
I got about $200. I can let y'all borrow about $200. I go down there and put it on this book or give y'all for bail, but you can't get it first.
I can't get to the front.
Hey, Harry.
Hey, Miss Medea. All right, what's wrong with your car now?
Nothing. For real? I went in. Oh, except that day I went out there and put my foot on the gas and the trunk opened. What the hell is that, Harold? You are trifling as hell. I'm so tired of bringing my damn car up in here for you to fix. I'm not bringing it to you no more. Do you understand? Not ever again. Every time I go out there in the morning, I try to start my car. Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens, Harold? It don't start. I have to pray. You know God don't like me. You know he don't like me. All the hell I did in my lifetime, you know he don't like me at all here. All right, let me sit down. Do what you do best. Sit down. Just stay right where you just plant your ass right there in that chair. Every time I come here, you sit in that chair. People waiting on their car, you sit in that chair. You supposed to be changing oil, you sit in that chair. You supposed to be changing the windshield wiper blade, you sit in that chair. Supposed to wash your car, you sit in that chair. Let me tell you something. When you die, telling people to bury you on your stomach to give your ass a break. Hey, boy. Hey, my dear. Oh, Lord.
All right, y'all, we're gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna play the rest later. I just want to get to some of these comments, and I want to pull up this document here. What we're gonna touch on first. Oh Lord, with SS. So let's see. This is from Trellis Law, y'all. Let me get some comments in, and we gonna go over this right quick because I don't want to be too long with it. Because y'all, we got a lawsuit to cover. Oh my good Lord. You know, it just, you say to yourself, you just kind of, like Koala said, you know, it was just a matter of time, but man, boys are coming around the corner too quick. I was not expecting it this fast. This is something else. This is something else. Like, what you, man, dude, he got a son and everything. This is the last thing he should want is to have his name tainted or idiot or be doing anything to get caught up like this. No, it's too much like right. So we're gonna go over that lawsuit, but I want to get to this status update with SS. Also, you guys check out Cafe of Knowledge. She did go over an article that was released about the counsel for Edgar County watchdogs rejecting the affidavit. I mean, can you blame them? You know, it's kind of to be expected. Just because they filed the affidavit doesn't mean that the opposing counsel has to, you know, accept it. It also doesn't mean that the courts have to accept it. They could, you know, deny that, or they could, you know, give them a motion or grant them leave to go back and amend it. So it kind of depends. It's depending on what's stated in it. What is the information in the affidavit? Did they really put any real effort? Let's share this tab first. So we're gonna go through the case status updates. Let's get some comments in. How y'all doing? I heard today was a very interesting day. Y'all have a regular job during the day, child, please. I have a whole life. We got a whole life up in here. Oh man, Skeeter. Shout out to my mods. How you doing? Ernestine, what's going on? Rosie, hey LSE. Hey Rosie, how you doing? How's it going? Y'all, Koala's family here. Mama loves you. Been watching, supporting him since what? He started putting up status of his supporters starting at what, 8,000, 9,000? Now he's over 28,000, and we bless God for it. Continue to grow. You're on the right path, and such a blessing in the YouTube community. I personally just cannot thank you enough for the shout outs, for all the love you show when I'm able to catch your live streams. And it brightens up a day, man. You have no idea. So I want you all to see that there is a bigger world than just us who talk about what's going on in Dalton and Thornton. There are other content creators out there, millions, hundreds of millions of people on YouTube. Okay. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to run across someone new, someone different. And it is okay to expand your horizons and to not restrict and limit yourself. And let God bless you and open up avenues for you to be to get some exposure. That's what we're talking about here. Hey Raph, how you doing? What's up? What's going on? When you talk, I just get the chills. Thank you so much. Listen here, I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate you. It's just, you know, awesome to see that level of camaraderie and to see that, you know, you are so willing, you know, to be. Yeah, he's so nice. He's so sweet with it. Everybody gets shout out. He show love to everybody that's in that has a YouTube channel. So anybody that has a YouTube channel here in the LLC, please drop your links. or at least put a number in or something to let me know, hey, I have a YouTube channel, so we can get your links dropped so that people can go out and show you some love and support you and get you some exposure, because that's what it's all about. If you have confidence in yourself, you don't have to worry about trying to compete with nobody. I don't introduce competition. I am the queen. Don't come for the queen. You're gonna lose. Don't do that. What's going on, Tanya? How you doing? Good evening, y'all. It's storming in my area, so I'm not gonna be too long. Everybody speaking to everybody. Hello, everybody. Y'all, please hit the like button if you're enjoying what we're doing here in the Lady Luck Club. Subscribe. Also, consider becoming a member today, because we are doing our weekly members only live stream. Let me tell you all something. Members only live stream is not available to all of the public. Yeah, no, that's not how that works. So my members only live streams making its way out there on the general public platform. I will sue you and sleep peacefully. It takes away the trust that my members have in being able to just, they're paying for this membership, right? You're paying for that membership. You want to be able to come in and have a level of comfort and knowing that you can come in and just have dialogue and chat with each other, with other members, and with myself. For that to be out in the public, you won't believe equality. Somebody recorded my members only live. Like that's like they're gonna get away with it. No, you're not. No, you're not. Can you believe it? Members only live stream. Somebody either hacked it or just recorded it. Somebody on the inside recorded it and then posted it up. So they're dumb enough to put it on a public platform. That's not how that works. No. Members only live is supposed to have a certain level of privacy to it. They'll find out the hard way. Here I am. What's going on, Laura? How you doing? Yeah, Laura's my ace here in StreamYard, one of the administrators. So, of course, with my mods, if you guys have any questions or any concerns, and I don't see your comment or it's just going too fast for me to catch it, please let my mods know. Put question in there so they'll catch it and they'll be able to get my attention. Saint, Laura, Condia, tell you want to be a mod. I'd love for you to be a mod if you want to. Tanya, you're awesome. So, how's everyone? I'm so exhausted after the craziness of this morning. Yeah, I heard it was a wild morning. Hey, Condia. Yes, he does. CP. Tanya, if you want to be a mod, let me know. I would love to make you a mod. And my mods, y'all listen. Mods are volunteers, right? Until you get to a point where you can give some financial incentives. Mods are volunteers, so they don't have to do it. So that's why I defend them. That's why I don't let anybody come from my mods, and that's why I look out for them and thank them from the bottom of my heart. I thank all my mods here. You guys do not have to do what you do, but I appreciate the love and support here in the Lady Luck Club. I'm ever grateful for that, and ever humble as well. That's why I can't let my members only live stream being just put out there. No, because I don't. Who does that? That's cyber stalking. You going into people's members only live and you're recording it and all this other stuff. That's so disgusting and gross and obsessive. It's not even funny. It's a lot of terms and adjectives that I can use right now, but we're gonna move on. But that's gonna get handled. Hey, LLC, Condia, what's happening here? Everybody speaking to everybody. Okay, cool. Hey, Annie, how you doing? Y'all, oh Lord, lots of stuff happening here. Just got paid 3 days early. Yay! Oh shit! She said, oh shit! Oh, money grab! Oh man, there's so many people here. Koala T, did you tell Baby Love what I said? She came into a live stream last week, and I think that was a misunderstanding. I know it was. I tried to reach out to her and leave a comment and couldn't, but just let her know. It was a misunderstanding, and she's definitely more than welcome to come back. We don't want anybody to feel, slighted with a misunderstanding. It's never that way at all. Trust me when I tell you that. Not here in the LLC. Y'all know how we do. Let's see. All right. Hey, Enrique. I'm just getting in comments, just showing. Love you and cooking with Frank. Thank you, Rosie. Hey, model. What's going on? Oh man, you guys drop your links. Model has a YouTube channel. Rosie, do you have a YouTube channel? Let's see who else has a YouTube channel. You guys just let me know, please, so that the mods can drop the links to your 45 is left, Saint. 45. You got 180, 45 left. Let her know so she could drop the links to your YouTube channels. We want to support the other content creators here. Oh my goodness, hilarious. I know, right, Bob? How you doing, Bob? Oh man. Thank you so much, Kandia. Thank you guys for being on top of it. We want to make sure that all the content creators are being shown some love. Because of all the craziness in it. Yeah, it's a lot of nonsense going on. Y'all, this is so funny because it's like, you know, there's only one me. Yeah, you can't top the queen. Don't come for the queen. Don't come for the queen. All right, Karen, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, we're still praying for Karen. Lost Rusty, and as well as Skeeter and Mark and their son. Praying for Bobo. We're praying for all of our supporters and members here. Everybody's got some things going on, you know. Like like life can get real. Life be lifing, and we want people to know here in the LLC that, you know, your health, your safety, everything comes first. All right, and we got real people here behind some of these screens. So no YouTube channel. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, let's take a look at this case status update, and then we'll get to Tyler Perry, Lord. Who we got the court docs. We got the court docs. So the former super mayor SS Henyard went to court and was given the opportunity to file an affidavit. As you all can see here, case activity June 10th, right? And we're looking at the clerk of the circuit court of Cook County website with the updates. On June 11th, response to and motion to quash affidavit of Tiffany Henyard was filed. This is by the opposing counsel, the attorneys representing Edgar County watchdogs. So they filed a motion to quash it. Because they didn't like the affidavit. They said no, try again. They said, hell no, girl. We're not doing this. We ain't playing with you, girl. So, you know, like I said, they don't have to accept it. Neither does the court. Right? So the motion is filed, and then, you know, SS and her team will be able to file a response to the motion. And more than likely, the time that they're given to file a response is typically, I think, once the motion has been filed and not submitted, but filed and stamped with the clerk of the court. So I think it's 22 days, 28 days, roughly somewhere between that, where she will have the opportunity to file a response. And then, of course, you know, they could file a response to the defendant's response to the motion, you know, but more than likely, the judge probably will ask them to kind of be more specific with the affidavit to show whatever steps that they took to, you know, try to find the document. I mean, first and foremost, why hold up a piece of paper that says, talking about this is evidence on something, knowing damn well it wasn't? Why even do that? Don't put yourself at risk with that. So you basically set yourself up. And we went over here in the LLC, we did go over the definition of, you know, fraudulent misrepresentation. When you're trying to deceive the public, especially when it comes to something that you're claiming to be a part of financial disclosure, which would have been some cancellation confirmation saying the trustees had this credit card canceled. Well, that's part of financial disclosures because you're talking about a credit card that public tax dollars are being used to pay the bill. That's something that should be available to the public, and by law should be made available to the public, which is why Edgar County asked for it as a FOIA request. Instead of her saying, you know what, I screwed up. I just held up something. It was not the thing that I proclaimed it to be on national television. I don't have it. No, she's just following and buckling down on this lie. That's what's getting her messed up. Her inability to tell the truth. Or at least to say, I wasn't being very direct and honest when I said that. But it's better to say that than it is to go to court and then lie under oath. Because that SS is called perjury. Lord, we thank you. You keep digging a hole for yourself and you don't listen to anything or anyone to get out of that damn hole. So we just gonna just stand there and watch you fall down that damn hole. Because you're a grown woman. And why are you in Atlanta? Get out of my state. We ain't got time for that. That's why I probably keep raining and storming down here, because you here. It ain't rained this much in what, 3 weeks? Now we getting rain and thunderstorms and all this stuff. Ever since you came down here, you brought bad weather with you. That's a sign. Bye, girl. Bye, Felicia. So you guys can see here, they did file the motion to quash it, because it probably is ridiculous. I mean, Bo Burnley is too busy trying to free out a convicted SA person, R. Kelly, because, you know, somebody just threatened to whoop his ass or something like that, or maybe even worse. But instead of them just saying, okay, the rational thing to do is put R. Kelly in another prison. We want to have him transferred to another prison. Oh, someone want to take a hit out on you here? Okay, well, then you just go to another prison. They won't be able to like put him in another cell or anything. And I don't know if he'll be able to handle the aspect of isolation. Okay, then we take you to another prison. But no. Bo Burnley's slimy ass is trying to represent R. Kelly to have his entire conviction overturned and for him to be freed because of that one threat. That's not how the justice system works. You had a jury find him guilty of many charges. He's in prison for a reason. The end. Like, that has to be the dumbest thing ever. I want him to be released. You might as well go and release convicted mercs. They go out and murk everybody, and then, you know, because someone made a threat, said something they didn't like, something happened. As opposed to you following the protocol and measures to keep them safe. Because no, if you're not being put down by law and you're sentenced to spend the rest of your life in prison, we want you to spend the rest of your life in prison and die naturally of natural causes. Because we want you to have to suffer that life. That's your punishment. Don't nobody want him out on the street. You don't get something overturned because of a threat. Like, just put him in another prison. That's it. That's simple. So now I don't know what's going on with him. He's in the hospital or something. Something happened. No one wishes ill will on him. We just want him to stay in prison. That's it. That's all I want. We want him in prison. That's where he belongs. He got convicted. So it's either you can't pick and choose which one you want. He got convicted. The jury found him guilty. The sentencing went through. He should be in prison. The end. Bo Burnley's so slimy. Well, you know, look who's representing her as well. Bo Burnley. Lord. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? All right. So moving on. Oh man, y'all doing good. Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. Appreciate all your support trying to get past these fake beats. Take my comments. You good. You good. I mean, it is what it is. I don't expect anybody to be like secretly recording my members only live, because who pay for that? Who does that? I have no interest in anyone else, let alone their members only channels. That's disgusting. And it's obsessive and it's stalking. Like, you don't do that. No one does that. So y'all, that's some crazy stuff when people want to sit here and sneakily record your members only live streams. I have no interest in doing that to nobody. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Listen, Enrique says she purposely didn't file a certificate of penalty of perjury. Yeah, the affidavit has to come with some sort of affirmation that the statement is true and genuine to your belief. That's pretty much included in the affidavit. But the problem is you got to show the court in good faith all the steps you took to actually, whatever this document is, to actually produce it. So when they're asking for, FOIA requests to be fulfilled, or for discovery to be exchanged, you have to show the court, unless you provide a legal objection that the court accepts, that we tried to find this document, it ain't here, we ain't got it, then that's it. You got to do something. This ain't the way to go. So, that's nonsense like that. The little buffoonery of it all. And then he just submitted something, and the opposing counsel said, nope, we're not accepting that. We got laws, we got court rules, all these parameters in place. It's a lot of boxes to check off to make sure that she actually did her due diligence in good faith. In good faith, SS. In good faith that you really tried to find this document. Going in saying, I plead the fifth, and then can't produce nothing. That's not in good faith. That's just you trying to get away with it. Hell no. Girl, bye. All right. Let's see here. So, the trustees must have a copy. She told them they would get a copy after the meeting. Well, the thing is, she never gave them a copy. The document didn't exist. I can tell y'all that right now. I didn't even have to be there. The document didn't exist. It was not a proof of a canceled credit card. And if it were, I would have said, I'm motioning for this meeting to be put on hold for 5 minutes while we go make copies of whatever that document is in your hand. People like her, you got to do that in real time. Oh, you got a piece of paper? Pause. We pausing. Motion to pause. Everybody pause. We motion to take a quick break while we sit here and take this piece of paper, because she keep playing in our faces with this. You playing in our faces. We want whatever that is in your hand. So motion to have a quick break, 5-minute break, to go to the copier and make copies so everybody can get a copy. That's it. That's how I would have handled it. We're not leaving this building until you give us copies of whatever that is. You're going to sit and say you'll give us all a copy. You're going to do that right now. They would have outvoted her. So it wouldn't even matter. Go ahead. Yeah, no. Give me the paper and I'll go take it and go make copies. Or you can go and then 2 people going with you in case you try to tear it up and throw it in the trash. I mean, if it was a real document, make copies that night. Like, we want a copy right now. Let's see here. Candia said, did you see he supposedly OD'd and got rushed to the hospital? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I heard he went to the hospital. Nobody wants him to get sick or, do anything like that. No, no. I don't want nobody to take him out. I want him to sit in prison for him. That's gonna hurt a lot more than anything else. The ODing thing, that's an easy way out. Somebody trying to take him out, that's the easy way out. Now he needs to sit there forever. Whatever his sentence is, he needs to sit there every single day of that sentence. I mean, I did read about that. But how did he OD? Like, that means he got some drugs or somebody put something in his food to drink. That's why he needs to be transferred to a different prison. But that does not mean he should walk the streets and be a free man. That's crazy. I was joking about it. I know everybody thinks she's a liar. Oh, I know. I got your humor. Listen, one thing we all know here in the LLC, we know how to laugh. So trust me, Rosa, I got you. Because I know she couldn't produce that paper if she wanted to. She might be able to drop 4 boxes or something, but it is what it is. What's the number? What's the number 8? Circle. God. Oh, my credit card statements are electronic, but I digress. I know, right, Shauna? Hey, what's going on, Shauna? I know. No one has a piece of paper. Like, even if they had that, you would think that she would just be like, oh, here, I got legitimate, irrefutable proof. She would have made copies and came in with it, because then she would have felt like, she wearing her granny drawers today. She would have been hot shit. She would have came in and been like, oh, okay, I'm sitting on top of the world right now. I actually have something to bring down on their heads with the trustees. Yeah, I feel good about this. And she would have gave them all a copy. Crazy how that works. But no, she couldn't do that. So when those response to fake threats and detractors, that will be handled. Yeah, I think that got me right there with the whole, you expect haters and let me not say that word too loosely, because I don't like when people say that. A lot of people don't understand the definition of the word hate, I guess. It's like something you loathe. That negativity or criticism is not necessarily hate. It's not the definition of the term. So I try my best not to say that. So you got people who are being petty and And they just, I mean, everybody's not gonna like what we do here in the LLC. It's okay. My grandmother taught me a long time ago as a child. At some point in life, you got to realize that people just won't like you for no reason at all, and you're gonna have to be okay with that. Amen. So, yeah, I'm a grown woman. I got used to that a long time ago, and it is what it is. You live your life trying to figure out why somebody don't like you. Child, please. They'll be putting you in an early grave. No one is worth that. No. All right, so here's one of the orders related to that. The Edgar County Watchdog, and we're just going to skim over it. This is the order that was before the contempt action, so that you guys can see exactly what. This is the order to rule to show cause order that was issued on May 7th, so that you guys can see what the court was expecting, and it helps you to understand exactly why the opposing counsel actually filed the motion to quash the affidavit, because they got statutes and law being cited here with case law, and she gives them one piece of paper with some on it saying I ain't got it. Like that, you can't. Can y'all imagine that? The document saying I ain't got it. Like the judge sitting there like, okay, is this it? All it says is, dear judge, I ain't got it. Thank you. Are you kidding me? You know what? Go back and try again. We're not doing this. More than likely, that's what it said. Oh, and I plead the fifth. I ain't got the document. Allegations. Caldero. All right, so this matter coming before the court for the second hearing on the court's May 7, 2025 rule to show cause order, wherein Tiffany Henyard was ordered to appear and show cause as to why she should not be held in contempt for her repeated failures. I see this here. Repeated failures to abide by the court's orders. Plaintiff and defendant appearing through counsel. Tiffany Henyard appearing via Zoom and being accompanied by an attorney. And the court being fully advised, it is hereby. And this is the order from the May 7th hearing by Judge Carolyn Kate Moreland. All right. And just in case I didn't give you all the case numbers, 2024 C as in cat, H as in house, 00791. All right. So found the court has subject matter jurisdiction over the matter. Found that the court has personal jurisdiction over defendant, Village of Dalton, because it is a public body and because it satisfies due process standards of the U.S. and Illinois constitutions. Found the court, I don't read every word because my people here in the LLC don't like when I do that. So you guys can always pause the video and read some of the statutes and the case law that's being cited here. See Russell v. S. NFA, that's case law. All right. Found that the court has personal jurisdiction over Tiffany Henyard because she is a resident of Cook County, Illinois, and such jurisdiction satisfies due process. Now she's here in Atlanta. I don't know how that's going to go, but you still got to go back to Illinois, girl, to go to court. So you're literally showing the court that you have money. Yeah, they got t-shirts made talking about who ain't got no money. Seriously. It makes no sense. They're t-shirts saying who ain't got no money. Oh my God. Yeah, your granny was like, oh yeah, my grandmama was a very wise woman. Thank God for her. She raised me, so I thank God for her, my dad and my godmother and everybody. So, and my mom. My mom comes in the chat sometimes, so we love my mom. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's see here. Found on March. Did I see it? Did I miss something? I don't want to miss anything pertinent. Okay. Further, Ms. Henyard was served with plaintiff's petition for a rule to show cause by substitute service upon her father at her regular place of abode on April 30th, 25, and appeared before the court via Zoom on May 30th, 2025. So you all see here that she was served. Substitute service was done by her father. Okay, so hopefully that clears that nonsense up about Kurt not serving her. He did. Substitute service is something that the court allows. So in the event that you can't get the person, you got a relative or somebody that is willing to sign over the ability to get that service to them, the court allowed that to happen. Because if they didn't, then they would have rejected it, saying that service was not done, service was not completed. But it was. Substitute service, something I encourage those who don't fully understand that. Make sure you look up the definition to understand the concept of it and to see what the state law allows when it comes to processing service for these court documents. All right, because every state is not the same. State of Illinois might not be the same thing as state of Georgia or the state of Florida or Alabama. So each state may have some variation of certain documents that would allow substitute service to be done. So you all see that here. I'm not making it up. It's right here in this order. Found that on March 5, 25, the court granted plaintiff's motion to compel Order and Tiffany Henyard to produce records responsive to plaintiff's second January 5th, 24 request, and finding that the records, if any, are in the possession or control of Tiffany Henyard. Found that the March 5 order, 25 order, found inter alia that Tiffany Henyard had refused to respond to emails dated September 4, 24, October 30th, 24, and November 19, 24, from counsel for the village seeking records responsive to the request, and ordered Henyard to search for all records that are responsive to plaintiff's second January 5th, 24 request and produce the same by or before March 19, 25. If such search does not result in the discovery of the responsive records, she was to, here it is, I want y'all to pay attention now. She was to identify the steps taken to search for responsive documents, including all record-keeping systems that were searched, how they were searched, and any and all specific village personnel that were consulted and or participated in the search. Now do you all understand why that affidavit was rejected? Like hell. They said, nope, bye, Felicia, get that out of here. Missing out on a whole lot because Bo Brindley is so slimy and he's not reading anything because he never does. He's a TV attorney, as you all can see, trying to get R. Kelly's freed for no reason. Like he's in a hospital, unfortunately. But when he comes out, what they need to be doing is trying to figure out a way to get him transferred to a different prison, not overturning an eviction because of a threat. And who, I mean, they had to determine whether or not it was a true threat or whether he himself tried to do it to himself. I mean, come on. Maybe he paid someone to do that, knowing that it could stir up some drama and some ish to try to get him free. No. When we start overturning convictions like that because of a threat, everybody would get out of prison, including Merks. Do we want that? That's crazy. It's crazy work. So as you all can see here, this is in the court order. I'm not making this up. Y'all see the court order here? This is on trellis law. But this is also something you can FOIA with the court. And you see the order. This is what they expected her to identify if she could not produce the document. So you got to say whether the search does not, if it doesn't warrant the result in the discovery of the responsive records, she was to identify the steps taken to search, including all record keeping systems. So if they had some sort of, electronic filing system, in hospitals, it's like EMR. But if there's any record keeping system that they have, you got to include all the systems that you utilize for the village of Dalton. How they were searched. Okay. And any and all specific village personnel that were consulted and or participated in the search. Who helped you? We don't care if they're an intern, part-time, full-time, the clerk, your best friend, your boyfriend that's married. Who cares? List them. So one of the reasons why the opposing counsel more than likely filed that motion to quash her affidavit was because these things did not occur that was in the order of the court. Y'all understand now? Because Lady Luck Club, you know what she's talking about. Y'all see that? This is not, they're not just doing this to doing it. She was ordered to outline those things, regardless of whether she put it in an affidavit or went and testified in court. She pled the fifth. So, but if she decided to go the affidavit route, she still had to fulfill the requirements of this order. And they're going to reference this with that motion. None of this stuff is listed in this affidavit. So, I mean, she just sending something towards the courts, and the courts need to reject and deny the affidavit. She should be ordered to be deposed. That is what I'm thinking is going to happen next. That's my opinion on that. Because of the fact that she did not even do the basics in written documentation or written form to fulfill the order of the court. All right. Found that Tiffany Henyard was served with a copy of the March 5, 25 order on March 12th by electronic mail to Mayor Henyard at vodalton.org and T Henyard at vodalton.org and via UPS tracking number, and they got the tracking number there. She failed to produce the requisite documents, failed to identify the steps undertaken to search for the requisite documents, or identify if any search had occurred, failed to contact plaintiff's counsel or counsel for the village by or before March 19, 25 deadline, or at any time since per the court's April 17th order. So found that as a result of Tiffany Henyard's repeated failure to adhere to her obligations under FOIA or adhere to the court's order, plaintiff was permitted to file and did file its verified petition for rule to show cause and for indirect civil contempt for violation of the court's March 25, 525 order and other relief, which was granted to them. She was ordered to appear before the court in person on May 23rd, 25 at 9 a.m. The court found that Tiffany Henyard was given proper notice at her abode in Dalton, Illinois by Kurt Marcucci. Marsucci, am I saying that right? I'm just gonna say Kurt. I don't want to keep butchering his name. Y'all let me know if I'm saying his last name wrong. We're just gonna say Kurt M. How about that? Kurt M. Private investigator of Hogan Investigative Services, Inc., and failed to appear on May 23rd, 25 for a rule to show cause hearing as ordered by the court's May 7, 25 order, and as a result of her failure to appear or otherwise contact the court or any other party, she was found to be in contempt of court for her repeated and flagrant violations of the court's orders, including its March 5, 25 order and its May 7, 25 order. 2 orders, girl, you're going down for a third. You just won't learn, will you, SS? Will you, SS? Y'all see why I gave her that nickname? This is beyond crazy. You know, I have my kids, but if she continues to violate orders, she will be held in contempt and lose hers. You don't want to do that. That is the epitome of stupidity. Go to court. Get your bum ass out of Atlanta and go to court. All right. Let's see. So people get sensitive about that. Can you believe it? Funny how she gets to violate whole court orders. They don't say anything about that. Super stupid. Oh no, nothing. Oh, LadyLuckClub going to hell. I'll kick rocks. She said being extraordinarily stupid by violating court orders because reasons. What reason do you have to keep violating? You violated 2 orders back to back, girl. From March 5th, 25 and May 7th, 2025. 2 court orders you violated. And you get mad because I call you super stupid. Shabu. She was ordered to produce records responsive to plaintiff's second January 5 request, 24 request. Oh man, she just ignoring the court, ignoring the orders, violating court orders, and then want to sit here and wait. I'm in direct criminal contempt again. Is it the same one from the other? I'm sure that's what she said. Wait, is this the same contempt? That's how you know you messing up when you get confused. How many direct contempt of order actions you have filed against you? I've been charged again, or is this a continuation from the first one? Like it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And yet people think it's cute to make provably false statements like defamation is not a thing. It's laughable. Oh my God. So, as you all can see, she doesn't care about anything. She has to be found in contempt of court in order for her to even show up. She was ordered to produce the records responsive to the plaintiff's second request. Y'all, they had a first request and then a second request. By or before May 27, 2025 at 5 p.m., or she'd be subject to a fine of not less than $1,000 per day to be paid to the clerk of court and appear in person for the court's May 30th, 2025 hearing. She was found failed to produce records or otherwise comply with the court's orders on March 5th or before May 27th at 5 p.m. or any time thereafter, after having been given proper notice, failed to appear in person for the court's May 30th, 2025 hearing, instead appearing via Zoom. Found that Tiffany Henyard can purge contempt through producing the documents requested. It's that simple. That's why I keep saying she doesn't have it. Because who want to be held in contempt of court, violate 2 orders, fail to appear in person, pay $1,000 fine per day when they can just show the one piece of paper they held up on national television? You know what happened? Edgar County, they called your bluff, girl. They said, oh, she must be bluffing. She playing with us. Okay, we'll foyer that. They called your bluff. So part of her getting in trouble a lot was her running her mouth. Oh my God. And then listening to the wrong people. Who are you listening to? Who did she listen to? Y'all, who did she listen to? If somebody really like get her to listen and understand, who would she listen to? Mo Brinley is incompetent. Exactly. Tiffany probably told him what to do about the affidavit. She tell her lawyers what to do. Yeah, you know, because they the ones that went to law school. But funny thing is, they refuse to just give her legal counsel. You know, you don't have to be overly zealous, Bo Brinley. You can tell your client, sit your ass down. I'm the attorney. I went to law school. I passed the bar. I'm not studying you. I'm not going to be held in contempt either with you, nor are you going to have me sanctioned. Because you keep doing dumb things with her, you know, after the TV appearance thing. That was ridiculous. You can't go to court doing that BS. And any affidavit you produce still does not satisfy the court's order. And you don't think that the opposing counsel is going to say motion to quash this dumb shit. We don't know what it is, and we don't have time to read it. All it says here is, dear judge, I ain't got it. These accusations of something else. Calderon. Oh, God. This is ridiculous. Just stop fooling around with it and just be done with it. Handle your business, girl. And get out of Atlanta. You just getting us all annoyed. Yeah, you still got to go back to court. Now you got money to fly back and forth. Oh, okay. Well, pay the fine. Pay the fine. You know, whatever. Order the court's May 23rd, 25. Order finding Tiffany Henyard in contempt of court and the attendant of a fine of not less than $1,000 per day of non-compliance. Per day of non-compliance is entered and continued. Order that this matter is continued for contempt hearing that was held on June 6th at 2 p.m. With her having to appear in person. And that's the one she appeared and then talked about, I'm gonna write a book. No, you can't even do an affidavit. When you can show us that you can produce a document and do an actual affidavit that fulfills the court's order obligations, then maybe a book might come to mind. I still can't personally. I won't entertain it. Nope. You don't recognize numbers and letters. Jesus. No. Can't write no dang on book. Go on a book tour that costs money to do. So you're gonna go to court and tell them that you broke when they can just, what's this? We see Miss Henyard, you traveling all over the place with a book. And you ain't got no money. What's that t-shirt say? Who ain't got no money? Okay. Yeah. You rubbing it in the court's face. They don't like that. Not at all. To search for all records that are responsive, produce all responsive records. If Tiffany Henyard's search does not result in it, then of course they outline what should be done. And it is so ordered. All right. It is well with my soul. Amen. Entered May, I think this was 2020, May 30th. What day was this? May 23rd, 2025. Why are they missing a date? Come on. All right. So that's the order, y'all. That was the order that kind of set everything in motion. The contempt order, we already pulled it up. I went over that. And just in case y'all want to see it again, here it is. All right. I didn't want this whole thing to be about SS still doing dumb things, But this is the order for the contempt here. And, yep, found that Tiffany is in contempt of court. So, yeah. And then, of course, they had the May 30th Zoom hearing information here. This was May 23rd, 2025. So it kind of outlined some of the stuff that was addressed in the order, this order here to show cause. Here. And there you go. So you guys can check those two documents out. Let's get to Tyler Perry. Cat dog it. Oh, how y'all feeling so far? I hope y'all hanging in there, because this thing is 46 pages long. I'm not gonna read it all, but man, we might be doing part 1 and part 2. What y'all think? This is something else, y'all. Tyler Perry is being sued. Wow. Yeah, this is something else. Bottom and Tiffany mouth wrote to check her butt can't cash. Oh, you're right. Oh, Gemini, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Status, what's happening? Go ahead and smash the like. It will make all feel better, folks. That club, it continues to be interesting reading along. Oh yeah, yeah. These orders are something else, y'all. They something else. There's a lot of goody stuff in these court documents. So yep, that's why we keep doing it. Yay! All right, 82 people watching. I hope you guys are hitting the like button. Oh man. Hit that like button. Let's get this video up in the algorithm and let's share this great content and information. Y'all, we got Tyler Perry lawsuit. Are y'all ready? We might do a part 2 to this because this is something else. I didn't think I would be able to get this document today, but I'm so glad I did. All right. The Superior Court of California, and you guys can see the information up here. Jonathan J. Deshad, Law Offices of Delshad PC, attorney for plaintiff Derek Dixon, and this has been electronically filed as of June 13th. Derek Dixon, an individual plaintiff. I don't even know who he is. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who Derek Dixon is. I looked at his photo. I don't recall seeing him in a movie. He's a good-looking guy, though. He's a good-looking man. Delicious. All right. Case number 25, S as in Sam, T as in Tom, CV, C as in Cat, V as in Victor, 17235. Versus, this is Derek Dixon versus Tyler Perry, an individual, TPS Production Services LLC, and Action LLC, a limited liability company, and does DOEES 1 through 50 inclusive. So we'll find out what that is. The complaint is for quid pro quo sexual harassment, work environment harassment, sexual harassment, Ralph Act, Statute 51.9, workplace gender violence, California Code Statute 52.4. Y'all see CC here? These are California statute codes. This is their state law. Violation of Bain Act, California Code Statute 52.1. It's battery. It's assault. You guys see the statute codes with those. Negligent retention, intentional infliction of emotional distress, retaliation, FEHA. Demand for jury trial is included. This is something else. All right. Can y'all see this? Is this big enough? Yeah, this is something else. Oh my God. You talked about the past, but it says, how about what's next with court date? Oh, her next court date. Sorry, hold on. Let me go back. Did I close that out? I think I saw July something. It was July 2nd. Let me go back. I can look that up. 2024. Bear with me 1 second. 124. Because I normally do that. I will tell the next update on that. 00791. Okay. Let me share this tab right quick. The next hearing is court date is July 1st at 11 a.m. in the Richard J. Daley Center. All right. So July 1st, 11 a.m. is the next court date. Y'all can see that right here. For this little girl who still can't figure out how to do an affidavit. God. All right. Oh, my bad. I forgot to do that. I typically try to give you guys the next court date. All right, let's get back to the buffoonery of Tyler Perry. Oh, why are you being sued, bro? Come on, man. You got a son. Ugh. All right. Plaintiff Derek Dixon files his complaint. Are we good? I just want to make sure I answer the question. Woo! Hey, butterfly girl, how you doing? Gemini said, "This is detailed info. Derek was collecting info on every move Tyler made. Derek was 2 steps ahead. He knew he was going to sue, so he started collecting evidence. That's how it's supposed to be. It's how it's supposed to be. People don't have to know how you're moving. Just move. That's how I go. Let's see. They forced an SS to set her alarm for court. Oh, God. God damn. Let's see. Gemini, I think many people probably have. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Love on me. No problem. Who knows? Maybe Judge Moreland may issue a toothbrush order when she stays. Brush your toothbrush and say you ain't had it all. Bring your toothbrush, my bad. Bring your toothbrush. Yeah, that'll just give her one in jail. She ain't got to bring that. They just give her one. She ain't gonna be able to break that wig up in there. No wigs for you. Oh man. All right. Let's get to some of this. So we'll try to get through as much as we can. I don't want to be too long with you all. Or you guys can get to your evening. I know I have to work in the morning. The following complaint is pled on info and belief. This case arises from a sustained pattern of workplace sexual harassment, assault, and retaliation perpetrated by Tyler Perry, a powerful media mogul, against plaintiff Derek Dixon, a professional actor and screenwriter. Mr. Perry is an American actor, filmmaker, and playwright who has built one of the most successful careers in the film and television industry. Mr. Perry took his success, power, and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities, such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only subjected to escalating sexual harassment, assault, battery, professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. So that's pretty much kind of like the bulk of, the quid pro quo, right? Tit for tat. Yeah, you come in here, I do this, and then I give you money, give you a job. That's kind of the parameters that have to be met when you're talking about quid pro quo. And oftentimes it is involving some sort of harassment type behavior. Quid pro quo. So man, this is blowing my mind. These events occurred while Mr. Dixon was. It's like I will never see Medea the same. Okay, let me say y'all that right now. I will never ever see Medea the same way. These events occurred while Mr. Dixon was employed as a series regular on the Tyler Perry show, The Oval. Okay, so he was on The Oval, something I did not watch. I didn't see that show. And while Mr. Perry held direct control over his employment, compensation, and creative opportunities, Tyler Perry rose against all odds to become one of the powerful figures in the entertainment industry. His success story, once a symbol of perseverance and self-made achievement, has now become a cautionary tale of how unchecked power, wealth, and influence can corrupt those who attain it. Among other contracts, Perry received a lucrative multi-year partnership with the Oprah Winfrey Network, owned, as it's called, and his net worth tops 1.36 billion with a B. Woo! Lord just blessed me with 100,000. I didn't even have to get past that fifth zero. 100,000.000. That's it. $100,000 is all I just really need right now. Like, oh my God, 1.36 billion with a B. Jesus. Tyler Perry's rise to fame and fortune elevated him from a powerless victim to a figure of tremendous wealth, influence, and power, culminating in the ownership of his own film studio that's here in Atlanta. Rather than using his influence responsibly, Tyler Perry has engaged in a pattern of misconduct where he exploited his position of power. Tyler Perry has been abusing his power and influence to molest, abuse, sexual assault impressionable and vulnerable employees and actors who look to him for guidance and mentorship while pursuing their dreams. Good grief. Oh, Lord, and then they name drop. Look at this. Just like Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Sean Combs, Kevin Spacey, Roger Ailes, and many others in the industry, Mr. Perry's success has led him to believe that money and influence can get him whatever he wants. I mean, they all get that way. Yeah, I mean, we can say amen to that. They all get that way. It's just sad that they all get that way, but they do. All right. How we looking so far? I just want to make sure we're an hour in. All right, y'all make sure y'all hitting the like button. Yeah, this is something else. Just another unfortunate. Just what was he thinking, Tyler Perry? What were you thinking, Tyler Perry? If these be true and even merely credible, you just be right up there next to R. Kelly and P. Diddy. What were you thinking? Didn't they take Kevin Spacey down? Like, he doesn't do anything anymore, does he? Oh, he was. Yes, he was. Tyler Perry, you're right, Laura. Tyler was seriously abused as a small child. He was. He was. When the abused becomes the abuser, we see that so often, and it's just crazy because he has a son himself. Tyler Perry has a son that I think is like, 12, 13 years old? He has a son himself. And it's almost like if it just gives a whole different dynamic now because of that. Crazy stuff. Another celeb who was close to TD Jakes with these allegations. Exactly. Got P. Diddy. Oh, God. The only way I'm keeping up with his case is through cartoons because he's so disgusting. I mean, when you start lacing baby oil, you should go to prison forever. Like, come on. Somewhere along the way, humanity, we're losing our humanity as a collective, human beings. We becoming less humane and more vicious and soulless and heartless about a lot of things. I mean, super stupid is not the worst thing I've done, but it's not. It should never ever take precedence over someone abusing someone either. We have to keep things in perspective on what we're considering to be horrific and horrible behavior. We're willing to allow someone like P. Diddy or R. Kelly walk away out of prison scot-free, even though a jury has convicted R. Kelly already. Never mind what the victims are going through. And yet, for some reason, saying super stupid is just too much. I hope you all know I'm just laughing at that. But for the sake of some of my older supporters and stuff, they like, can you try to not, okay, I'll say SS. But like Steve Harvey said, God is not through with me yet. So you just keep praying. Let's keep praying to God, to Jesus. Don't put no spirits on me. Ain't got time for it. Y'all, there's some weird stuff going on. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's see. That belief slowly transformed into the false idea that Mr. Perry can get whomever he wants. There are things in life that money cannot buy. Mr. Perry sought the one thing his wealth and influence could not purchase: a relationship with a man who would remain silent. Perry told Mr. Dixon that his ideal relationship would involve a male sex partner who he could provide for, and who would be loyal but emotionally detached. So he wanted a boy toy. Perry told Dixon, whoever ends up with me is gonna be a happy motherfucker. Are you kidding? Why don't he just come out and say he's gay if that's the case? Tyler Perry, it's 2025. You don't like, I mean, I don't understand. If you're gay, then say you're gay. But it still doesn't give you the right to like allegedly abuse anyone either. They're gonna have their day in court, but this is crazy. All right, so in essence, Mr. Perry desired a one-sided coercive dynamic with a subordinate, an arrangement devoid of mutual consent or emotional reciprocity. Thus began Perry's calculated pursuit of Mr. Dixon. This was not Mr. Perry's first instance of sexual exploitation. He has demonstrated a troubling pattern of exploiting vulnerable male actors and employees, leveraging his industry power to create a cycle of hope and dependency. First, he offers aspiring actors the prospect of career-defining opportunity roles that promise visibility and advancement. Then, once they are in his professional orbit, he uses the weight of his influence to ensnare them in positioning their success as contingent upon on meeting his demands in a quid pro quo sexual compromise. Lord have mercy. Oh Lord, that's how it starts and ends. And you know what this does? This opens up the door for others to come forward and say, "Oh, he did that to me too." So I have a feeling that Derek Dixon is just one of many, if that be the case, because you can't pay them all off. P. Diddy is learning that the hard way. You just can't pay them all off. R. Kelly was convicted. Even Bill Cosby went to jail. You know, you can't pay everybody off. At some point, you end up answering to this stuff. So depending on how many alleged victims there are, you're talking about X number of cases that's going to be probably filed against them within the next week or two. Because this is going to be picking up momentum. This is something else. Oh God. This pattern of behavior reveals a calculated use of professional power for leverage. Using his influence, Mr. Perry provided vulnerable men with acting positions, roles, show contracts, cars, and money. Once the object of his desire was hooked, Tyler Perry would then put them in fear of losing it all unless they engaged in Mr. Perry's perverted desire for sexual gratification. Mr. Perry would easily kill off a character in a show of an actor who failed to indulge Perry's sexual fantasies. Whoa, y'all look, we got some exhibits. Oh, okay, let's go. In one such exchange, Perry stated that he could fix things because the actors of a show he was filming should all be scared because they were all shot at and we don't know who lives. So here's a picture of, but I swear to you, I don't know if this is a text. Oh, this is a text message. Oh, dude, wasn't even smart enough to not. Come on, man. Y'all, this is a text message from Tyler Perry. This is something else. Kadia says, interesting that no women have these allegations against him, but the women get paid the best they ever had under him. Yeah, because he don't want to listen. You know better. But I mean, this guy is what? Derek Dixon is he Caucasian? Not that it matters. I'm just asking. Remember the white young actors that both named Corey? They tried to tell us years ago what was going on. One of them unalive themselves. One named Corey Feldman. Yes, it did happen. A sad situation too. There's a reason California is being destroyed, guys. Exposing these real demons and pressures. And Tyler Perry is here. His studio is here in Atlanta. Maybe that's why it's storming so much. Between him and SS, I just can't. Yeah, please. You're gonna bring all the God's wrath into Atlanta. Like, come on, man. Tyler Perry beard is Medea. Y'all, man, it's gonna make us see Medea in a totally different way. Y'all, these are text messages from Tyler Perry. What was he thinking? It says, but I swear to you, this is page 755 of 1420, 1,425 pages. This is page 755 of over 1,000 pages. But I swear to you, I know how to fix this as shit. I love killing a motherfucker in a show that no one expects. So I'm assuming his message is in white and Dixon's message is in blue. You could be sipping Mai Tais, counting coconuts right now. Think about the last episode. They are all shot at. We don't know who lives. Exactly. I'm scared. They should be too. Nope, they're not. Last I checked, we all got the same bullets in US. Is Tyler Perry message in white? That would be like the way I'm reading. It sounds like it's Tyler Perry in white. Oh man, yeah. Perry stated that. So yeah, Perry messages are in white. Derek Dixon messages are in blue. So this is what this paragraph here says. He could fix things because the actors of the show he was filming should all be scared because we don't know who lives, meaning that Tyler Perry was going to use this as a tool to gain compliance with his desires. Derek Dixon was Mr. Perry's sexual desire ever since they became acquainted. Dixon was working as part of the event staff for a party hosted by Mr. Perry when Perry noticed him. Perry immediately offered Dixon the chance to audition for a part in one of his TV productions. Dixon agreed and was on set with Perry behind the camera for weeks in close quarters. During the time they were filming, Perry would send flirtatious text messages to Dixon. For example, in one message, Perry stated that he was jealous when he saw Dixon going on a walk with another man named Brad. So this is Tyler. Why did that photo make me jealous? You two together. I don't know. It's just Brad. Laugh out loud. Lol. Lol. He wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in, and now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself. Thick Derek. Get that Chipotle. Tyler Perry, why don't you just say you're gay? Like, what is he fighting? Why is he fighting that? No one would even care. Like, I wouldn't even care if he said that. But I mean, the fact that you feel like you got to do all this is crazy. This is something else, y'all. They got text messages in here. This is good stuff. Y'all see why we like reading court documents up in here? This is something else. Shame on Oprah. Oh my God. Tyler stay hiring super good looking men for his projects. He does. Of all races. It don't matter. The picture I saw this guy, he's a good looking guy. I just never seen him in any shows or movies or anything. Laura said gross. Predators. Oh man. This is something else. Gemini said, okay, told you Derek was collecting info. Told you it was detailed. Yes, Derek is a white actor. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean he, I didn't want to get him like mixed up with any other ethnicity. I wanted to be accurate with that. But he's a good looking guy. He really is. But it seems like Tyler Perry's gay. He's just, I don't know why he's still hiding it. It's ridiculous. Y'all, we on page 5. This is going to be definitely a page part 2, probably part 3. In another text message, Perry stated to Dixon, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. What? Okay, so let's look at the text. So he asked, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Y'all who? Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro. Giving up my religious guilt. Becoming a Buddhist? That's so cool. Where you came from. Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can have freedom. I'm reading it here word for word, y'all. I promise you. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. What part of the Bible is that from? Tyler Perry, you're absolutely wrong. That's so wrong. No wonder God is mad here. We're all catching it here in Atlanta because Tyler Perry is sitting here talking about guiltless sex and bringing up Christ in it. Now we all catching it. Thank you for the thunderstorm, Tyler Perry. Being weird. Oh my God. Plaintiff carefully navigated a friendly demeanor to prevent the loss of income and opportunity on the one hand, and on the other, a firm boundary against Perry's advances. Often, when Mr. Perry started drinking, he would demand more attention from plaintiff and get more aggressive with his flirting. On one occasion, when Mr. Perry was drinking, he started to become extremely annoyed with when Mr. Dixon avoided him. Mr. Perry stated that of the 600 people in his phone book, he only wanted to talk to Mr. Dixon. So here's the text message. Tyler Perry's message is in white. Derek's is in blue. All right, y'all ready? Treat myself right. What are you doing? Derek. So Derek answers, just talking to my sister. I roll. Fine. Good night. I'll go through the 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to walk. I don't want to talk to any of them. Y'all. And be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. Trying to get off so I can go to sleep. Lol. I understand. Lol. Lol. Yeah, I just love doing it. It's funny. Apparently, you're not the only one that's been drinking tonight. I just started. They didn't. Lol. Good Lord. Oh no. Y'all, listen. Let's see. Saint said Aaron Magruder was so on point with Tyler Perry. Lauren said this is nauseating. Gemini 100. My butterfly Gemini said my gaydar could tell Tyler was gay. I was hoping he would just come out. I know, right? I mean, I think that was kind of obvious. What the worst part is that at this point he's still trying to hide it, and then this is how hypothetically, his son has to find out certain things about his dad in the news like this with a lawsuit. That's who it really, to me, in my mind, that's the true victim in all of this. It's the child. He has a son. He only has one that I know of. But it's like, why are you hiding all of this? And look how your son is going to be surfing the internet. You can't block the whole internet from him unless you just, take the phone. But at some point, he's going to find out, some kid at school might say something to him. A friend might call or text. Like, is this your dad? That's the true victim in this. Aside from the victim himself, it's also the child who has to find out this is what my father's been doing. Allegedly. Like, this makes no sense. So, that's the worst part about that too. It's who's thinking about his son. I don't know if Derek had any kids. Derek Dixon. I don't know if he's a father or not. I don't even know how old is he? Y'all know how old he is? I mean, he's definitely younger. Tyler Perry is what, 50, 60 years old? So he's definitely about 50 at least. But you got a son. This is not what you want to. Your son knows how to read. I'm sure he'll be able to read this lawsuit like the rest of us. Dixon did his best to tiptoe around Mr. Perry's sexual aggression while keeping on Mr. Perry's good side. Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season. Indeed, Dixon's character Dale was shot 4 times in the chest at the end of his first season on the Oval, and Perry always held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. Once Perry recognized the extent of control he had over Mr. Dixon, he escalated this behavior. On multiple occasions, Mr. Perry sexually assaulted Mr. Dixon, including one instance where he forcibly pulled off Mr. Dixon's clothing, groped his buttocks, and attempted to force himself on Dixon. Mr. Dixon told a drunken Perry no and attempted to remove Mr. Perry's hands. Mr. Perry held tightly onto Dixon's wrist. Mr. Dixon was only able to escape after de-escalating the situation by abruptly changing the subject. The day after the assault, Mr. Perry called and texted Mr. Dixon relentlessly, saying, tried you, call me. And I really need to talk to you. Please call as soon as you can. Tried you, call me. That's weird. Really need to talk to you. Please call as soon as you can. Finally, when Mr. Dixon answered Tyler Perry's call, Mr. Perry profusely apologized for the essay while blaming it on other things. Perry continued, he didn't know why he would do that. Maybe he was self-sabotaging. On the very same call where he apologized for the essay against Dixon, Perry told Dixon, and don't worry, we're going to do your show, referring to the pilot that Perry knew Mr. Dixon had desperately wanted to produce. Shortly thereafter, Mr. Dixon got a call from Perry's lawyer saying that Christmas had come early and that Dixon was getting a substantial raise, and the show was greenlit. Perry's attorney explicitly warned Dixon not to tell any other actor on the show about Dixon's raise because no other actors were getting a raise, only Dixon. Jesus. Y'all, these text messages, I am loving the exhibits in the court documents. Yes. Perry kept telling Dixon that he was sorry and that the harassment would not happen again. However, the harassment and assaults continued. Mr. Perry would also try to deflect the blame for the sexual assault by saying that Dixon didn't have a strong enough no. Okay, let's get to this text over here. I hope y'all can see this. We're only on page 7, y'all. Almighty. Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? How is your no? Is it stronger? You gotta have a strong no. Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. Y'all, this stuff is real out there too. Then he said she heard Kanye say that it's real. Y'all, this is something else. Oh man, if I ever become rich and wealthy, I'm staying right in Atlanta. I'm gonna get a new house, but I ain't leaving. I ain't going to no California. Hell no. Oh my God. He said his mom thinks that he's selling his soul to the Illuminati, Lord. She heard Kanye say that it's real. Well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no and mean it and make it clear. And then Derek says, I'll only say yes if it gets me an Oscar. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I hear you. Oh, man. Well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the no, unless you are really into him. And then he just gave this nasty ass emoticon. Oh, God. Who was he referring to? So, y'all, this information over here is basically outlining what's in the text. Perry told Dixon you have to be able to say no to propositions for sex and mean it and make it clear. Dixon did not know how to answer without facing retaliation, cancellation of his production contract. I think they meant to say contract. It says contact. Yeah, this is something else. This is something else. TP was referring to honeycombs. Oh, P. Diddy. Okay. Oh, that's good. Good deal. Oh, that's good. I got you. Honeycomb. He was talking about P. Diddy. Got it. That's good. All right. So it says here cancellation of his production. I think that meant to say contract, or perhaps being killed off of the show. So instead, Dixon made a joke out of the situation, stating, I'll only say yes to sex if it gets me an Oscar. In response, Tyler Perry stated, the only one who could have gotten that Oscar for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the no, unless you are really into him, emphasis added. Perry reveals through these text messages that the no he was referring to was Dixon's no to sex in exchange for promotion in the industry, classically known as quid pro quo sexual harassment. Perry sent his message to Dixon because that is exactly what Tyler Perry was doing. At some point, Dixon left Atlanta and moved to Santa Monica to create distance from Tyler Perry. However, even at long distances, Mr. Perry continued to sexually harass Mr. Dixon. Oh man, y'all, that was just the beginning. Okay. Then we get to the parties. Derek Dixon, the plaintiff, individual who resides in the state of California, defended Tyler Perry as an individual who resides in both the state of Georgia and in the state of California, and has extensive business contacts in the state of California, so that he has conduct substantial, continuous, and systemic business activities in California. I'm just reading the words here. I don't know why that didn't read well to me. Defendant TPS Production Services LLC is a LLC company doing business in the state of California, but is headquartered in Georgia. Defendant and Action LLC is an LLC doing business in the state of California, but headquartered in Georgia. Plaintiff is ignorant of the true names and capacities of defendants sued herein as DOES 1 through 50 collectively with TPS Production LLC, AA, and Tyler Perry, the defendants inclusive, and therefore sues these DOES. Oh God, I keep saying DOES. Fuck sake. My bad, y'all. DOES. I'm tired as hell. All right, can I get a pass? Do I get a pass? Oh God. Trina Holyfield, I completely believe every word this guy is saying. Yeah, it's starting to look that way. I mean, they look at credibility in these types of lawsuits. What's going on, model? How you doing? Can someone drop models? Did we get your link dropped already? Hello, everyone. Sorry to say I'm not surprised in the industry. I'm in the industry and I've been hearing about Perry's advances of other men also. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Annie, butterfly girl. Yeah, this is insane, y'all. I've been saying those. Say those. So when they don't know names, they just, it's like Jane Doe, John Doe. So those 1 through 50. So there are 50 more people whose names he does not know under TPS Production Services LLC that he is including as defendants. Good Lord. Good grief. Okay. So he's suing those by such fictitious names under California Code of Civil Procedure, Statute 474. Plaintiff will amend this complaint to allege their true names and capacities when the same are ascertained. So as he gets the names, information, then the complaint will be amended to, make sure that they're named individually. Plaintiff is informed and believes and thereon alleges that each of the fictitiously named defendants is legally responsible in some manner for the occurrences herein alleged, and that the injuries of plaintiff are herein alleged have been proximately caused by the aforementioned defendants in each of them. Basically, even though they may have worked under this LLC, they're also culpable, liable, because there's some level of responsibility that we have when we see something going wrong, say something, we can be a part of, having had that culpability, that liability we bear, right? And that's what it seems like that's what he's going for with this. I mean, you're talking about 50 Jane or John Does here. More than likely, they're employees of this LLC. So, plaintiff is informed and believes an alleged defendant's name relevant to this action been the officer, agent, employee, and or representative of the remaining defendants, and has acted within the course and scope of such agency and employment with the permission and consent of the defendants. Plaintiff is informed and believes they want to allege that each of said defendants is responsible jointly and severally for the events and injuries described herein and cause damages thereby to plaintiff as alleged herein, as the operations of each defendant together with the other ones consist of an integrated enterprise with centralized operations such that the parent has substantial control over the subsidiaries' employment practices and the hiring and firing of employees. On info and belief, it is further alleged defendants were at all times relevant to the alter egos of each other, such that to affirm the legal separateness of the defendants for purposes of the claims presented in this action would lead to an injustice and or inequitable result. There is unity of interest and ownership between the company and its equitable owners, that the separate personalities of the company and its shareholders do not in reality exist. Defendants exhibit an interrelation of operations, commingling of funds, lack of observation of corporate formalities. Lots of words and terms say basically that they are all part of one company or one enterprise. The company is a mere shell. Basically can't function without the people being hired and working within it. So essentially, the people inside of that company is what makes it operate. Does that make sense? I just want to kind of sum that up. So then they go to the venue and jurisdiction. We're on page 9. So I think I'm going to put a pause here. This is going to be part 1. Yeah, this is something else because we're hitting an hour and 36 minutes. Cool, child. This lawsuit is something else. It's something else. It is something else. So, actually, the venue and jurisdiction is going to be heard in a court in California because the plaintiff lives out there. The defendant has a joint residency shares out there between in Georgia and in California. So that's what venue and jurisdiction is referring to. And then what we'll pick up at will be the factual allegations on page 10. I think that's where we'll pick up for part 2. All right. So, y'all, this is the full 46-page document. I am so glad. So glad that there are exhibits in this document. It was so good. Oh, man. Woo! What could they asking for? $260 million. Oh, I'm telling you, I want 100,000. I'll be okay. He's asking for $260 million for damages. Punitive damages at that. Now, that does not include the attorney's fees, the court costs, litigation expenses, none of that. Oh, God. $260 million. What I will be on the lookout for, if this complaint is amended before we do part 2 tomorrow, because there are a lot of text messages here, and I want to read it. Yes. So when we come back on, oh man, look at that. Oh, this is gonna be good. I don't even want to read. I don't want to tease myself. I don't want to tease myself with this. We're gonna read this, y'all. We're gonna read it. So when we come back, we're gonna start with page 10 under allegations. Oh my good Lord. Factual allegations. That's where we're starting on part 2. It's gonna get good. This is something else. Yeah, I had to switch up what I was gonna be going over tonight regarding the true crime, because I think everybody just kind of saw this coming down the pipeline. Everybody saw this coming down the pipe, y'all. Pipeline, y'all. This is something else. What time? $260 million. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. I cannot wait for part 2. And if they do an amendment, y'all know I'm going to get the court document. Get that whole thing. I want the whole thing. So, and I'm sure there are some exhibits that might be separate that are not included in this filing. And if they do an amendment, I'm sure they're going to just leave the exhibits in there and just add in the Jane John Doe's names and stuff like that. You guys make sure you're hitting that like button and sharing these videos and this great content. Subscribe to the Lady Luck Club. Become a member. Yeah, this is the stuff that we're gonna start migrating up into the members only too. Cases like this where we have the full court documents with some exhibits and just share it with members only. It's gonna get good. And our live streams are already good. So, and we're gonna handle that whole nonsense of recording stuff. I don't do that. Like, good grief. it's so stalkish. What time tomorrow? Probably the same time. I hate the late lives. I know it's because already 11:15. I don't like the late lives either. But when I get done here, I still got to get back and finish up some work for the day. So it will be initially scheduled for 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, guys. Tomorrow. I'm going to strive. Actually, I'm going to strive for 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Atlanta, my time where I am, Eastern Standard. And depending on where you are, you go back an hour, 2 hours, or however. If you're in California, it'll be like 6 p.m. California time. Oh man. Derek had his notebook full of evidence and text. I would love to interview him. You know Derek? If you do, tell him Lady Luck Club would love to do an interview with you, bro. And she said you're gorgeous. I would love to interview him. I would love to interview him. This lawsuit is going to get good. Let me see. I'm gonna put it in here. 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna schedule it as well, y'all. I'm gonna, try to stick to that. I can't help during the workday. Sometimes things happen and it just kind of pushes back my time on when I want to. Because I tried to go for 8:30 tonight. Nah. So I still gotta get back to work when I'm done. And we're gonna pick up tomorrow part 2, y'all. This is something else. Let's finish out with this Medea. So we might as well get a laugh off of him. Oh, this. I would never see Medea as the same. Y'all, come on. David Medea.
I know where the hell you work. I came way over here. How you doing?
Had a long night, okay? Look, I just got fired.
Oh, Lord,
I just want to go home.
Yeah, well, we all had a rough night here. Your mama's having a rough night. She want all of y'all at her house at 6 o'clock. She having dinner with.
You don't want to see me?
Yes, you do. Now be there. I'm telling you. We're going to have a nice dinner, and I won't talk to all y'all, and she's going to talk to you. So be there at 6. And if you ain't there, let me tell you something. You're going to wish that the sperm did a backstroke when it saw the egg that created you. Do you understand? And pull your pants up. Why the hell you got your pants on the ground? I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all young boys.
Pants on the ground.
Pants hanging down to your knees. That don't look good. You look like a fool. That's probably why you got arrested. You can't run from the police like that. I want to meet the jackass that started putting his pants down, and then everybody started following him. Why can't you lead and let everybody follow you? Pull your damn pants up. Look like somebody.
It's called swag.
I got the swag. Somebody looking at your ass when you walk down the street. That ain't no damn swag. Get the hell on out of here. You better be there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
Medea.
Oh, Lord, I didn't know where the hell you work. I came way over here. How you doing?
Don't go back.
Had a long night, okay? Look, I just got fired. I just want to go home.
Yeah, well, we all had a rough night here. Your mama's having a rough night. She want all y'all at her house at 6 o'clock. She having a dinner over there.
You don't want to see me?
Yes, you do. Now be there. I'm telling you. We're going to have a nice dinner, and I won't talk to all y'all, and she's going to talk to you. So be there at 6. And if you ain't there, let me tell you something. You're going to wish that the sperm did a backstroke when it saw the egg that created you. Do you understand? And pull your pants up. Why the hell you got your pants on the ground? I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all young boys with these damn pants hanging down to your knees. That don't look good. You look like a fool. That's probably why you got arrested. You can't run from the police like that. I want to meet the jackass that started putting his pants down, and then everybody started following him. Why can't you lead and let everybody follow you? Pull your damn pants up. Look like somebody.
It's called swag.
I got your swag. Somebody looking at your ass when you walk down the street. That ain't no damn swag. Get the hell on out of here. You better be there at 6 o'clock and pull your pants up.
Baby Medea. Yo. Oh, man. Tyler Perry, you just effing up. You effing up. That's what's happening right now. Tyler Perry is effing up. All right. Yeah, that's our baby video. Yeah, we got to get some laughter in. I appreciate all of you all for tuning in. Y'all, it's a whole lot going on out there in the YouTube gutters and stuff, but we're in the mansions, y'all. We're going to leave the trash down there where it belongs. All right. I just, you can't beat the queen. You just can't. You can't beat the queen. So I appreciate you. Thank you, Skeeter. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you so much. A blessing. Thank you so much for that. And I thank all of you for the support. Thank you, Lord, for the $2 super chat. Gandia said, let's do it in 3 parts. We might end up doing it in 3 parts because it's 46 pages. So tomorrow we'll start with page 10, and I'll try to read faster and still keep it entertaining and fun, because y'all, these court documents, I understand they can be very, very boring. All right. But You know, you just got to get to read them. You got to get to read them. So I want you all to stay encouraged. I want you all to keep laughing, keep smiling, keep doing what you're doing. Medea busted cheeks. Oh yeah. Oh man, it's so sad. Love on me say he should do the interview for free, Mr. $260 million man. I know, right? Oh man, he said no, I don't know him personally. Oh man. Well, it'd be cool if you did. I would love to interview him. It's something else. Something else. My trash got picked up this morning. A guy, not a guy. Read the text. And we're gonna read them texts, y'all. Oh man, they put the text messages in the exhibits. I love it. So keep your head up, stay positive. Y'all, we don't worry about the YouTube gutter trash. We just don't. All right. I mean, it's YouTube tagging is a shout out. It is not to be a bad thing. It's one of the things that I admire about Koala T, who came in and stepped into the chat this evening. Koala T Reacts is a fantastic content creator and YouTuber as well. And I mean, some YouTubers just understand the art of camaraderie and having, you know, a strong YouTube community. You never know who's watching. You know, I might have, you know, supporters of people watching me. And if I say someone else's channel name, like I did tonight with a Koala T Reacts, then they might go and check out his content and then support him as well. There are over almost 1 billion people on YouTube. You understand how large this platform is? A lot of people on YouTube. So you can't limit, I can't tell people what to do. But I, here in the Lady Luck Club, will not limit myself to supporting just one content creator or the other, nor will I mandate or require or demand anyone else do that. If some content creators wants to put themselves in a corner, let them do it. And when you're doing this, you know, and I'm blessed to have the platform that I have, and I recognize the power of my voice and impact, as well as, you know, the supportive platform. I always try my best to, you know, share some of the love and show support to other content creators. They don't want it, don't worry about it. You won't get it. But when you're standing alone and realizing no one's watching my videos, because I mean, who does videos for no one to watch them? That's a flawed concept, right? It's a stupid thing to say and think. People watch this stuff. People, you're making content and you don't want people to watch it. That's so weird. It's so weird. But everything doesn't have to be about drama. Sometimes in life, there are people out there that are just doing things with good intentions and acting in good faith. And that's the people you want to align yourself with. I was blessed to have the opportunity, y'all, to be a Tommy G Clipper, to be able to connect and align with other content creators that allow me to, you know, clip their content. Brandon Buckingham is another large YouTuber. He does similar to what Tommy G does. That's a blessing to me. And you never know who's watching. And if I give shout outs to Koala T Reacts or Model Stance, you know, who's here in the chat and a member of the LLC, other content creators that come through here that have channels. You know, when I tell you I'll drop your links, it's simply because I want you guys to have some support. I want you all to be successful. And it's with good intentions. And that's what, you know, tagging is. I mean, it can be Googled. You can look that up. So tagging doesn't bring people into mess or drama. It's a shout out. That's what YouTube tagging is. It's a shout out. That's it. But I do that all the time. I don't know if you guys notice Public Ops TV. He's another YouTuber. He does that as well. He will tag me in his videos. And that's an indication, oh, Public Ops dropped another video. I like his videos. I love the editing. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's informative. I enjoy his content. And he tags me in his videos and we watch it. We react to his content. You know, I always make sure, you know, it's like, you don't need my permission. I'm tagging you in it. Yeah. But I still make sure I go through the formalities. But I will react to his content and videos, which we need to do this week. Got a couple public ops videos that I do want to check out that I'm kind of behind on, but he will do that. I don't know if you all noticed that. Public Ops TV will tag Lady Luck Club LLC in his video titles, and he has great content. Don't tag me in no mess, but tagging is not a bad thing. It actually will help shout out your channel and give you exposure. That's all it's supposed to do. But if you tag me in it and you notice your views are higher than it would be, obviously it's working. Y'all see how God can turn things around in your favor? And then guess what that does? Bring other people to my platform. So thank you. Oh, that dumb hating is so dumb. It's the pettiness of it all. It makes no sense. Yeah. Show my YouTube channels on your platform. You think you're being malicious about it. And guess what happens? People come on in and check out my channel. Appreciate that. We bless God for every like, every sub, every view, every membership. We thank God for it. We have a good time in our lives as well. So, people want to record my lives of all the lives. They want to record mine and think that my members are not owed that level of privacy. They paid for that. It's so stupid. So you're robbing my members of this. Yeah, okay. I see you coming. You won't see me though. But that's the thing. Those are the things that you know that something is working. You're doing something right when people are going out their way to do stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit here and just cyberstalk. If I block someone, I block them. That's it. You don't exist. You didn't exist before I started my content channel, and you will not exist when I'm done if I block you. That's it. Don't need to do that. I sleep peacefully at night, people. And that's what I want you all to know. Go out and you're a member here in the LLC. Show people that we're in the YouTube mansions, and just know that you got to have thick skin to be on here. And that's it, and show love and you do things the right way. God will always bless you and reward you. All right. So I pray you guys stay in peace and happiness. Pray you guys, are safe and protected. We don't put spirits on people. Ooh, the devil is a liar. So, people going through some real things here in the LLC, and we have you all in mind and in prayer. And in prayer, like real prayer to God, not to some nonsense demonic stuff. We don't do that. We don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. So you ain't gonna do nothing but make God mad, and then what? Yellowstone erupts because you done sat here and put something on somebody and they don't even know what's going on. So stop it. Yeah. So let the people finish throwing them tantrums and let them get it all out. But at the end of the day, you guys make sure you go out, and if you're supporting the other content creators, continue to support them. I will never ever need to do that. I don't need to take supporters. I don't need to do that. There's no competition here, because you come for the queen and you end up realizing it's not going to work out well for you. It's just unmatched. We're all different. We all do things a different way. And that's it. Right? Yay! So you guys have a good night. We're hitting almost 2 hours. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much. And we will be at it tomorrow with part 2. Tyler Perry, the saga. Because he's weird now. Oh man, SD, how you doing? I think the reason he won't come out and he's gay is because most of his following is churchgoers, and you don't want them to lose the money from them. What's so crazy? I mean, there are a lot. We got people going to church. Not that I agree with it, but people are going to church now, and they're like, saying they just, it's in churches, so it's not like he's not going to lose any supporters because he comes out and says he's gay. You have same-sex marriages and people who are holding, pastoral positions in churches. Whatever your views are on that, it is what it is, but that's the reality of the situation. So, Tyler Perry, if you're gay, you're gay. But you have a son, you might not want your son to find out that this is what you're doing through lawsuits. Because this is, this stuff is distressing to the kids, y'all. and he has a child, can't be no older than 12 or 13. I think he's around my son's age. This is distressful to the children. And that's hopefully he's thinking about that. So yeah, you have pastors that are openly gay. I mean, he's worried about the wrong thing now because he's got a whole lawsuit. He's got a whole lawsuit. And this is it's such a disadvantage to his son. That's how I see it. It's not fair to his son. And his son has to now find out his dad is being accused of these things. And this is the allegations being brought forth. And all of these exhibits, text messages and emails and all these things that I'm sure Derek has in here that we're going to be reading. And, it's unfortunate. How do you block your children from the entire internet? Because this is going to make news. This is so crazy. So, all right, y'all. That's all I got. All right, you guys, tune in for tomorrow. I'm scheduling for 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Part 2. Tyler Perry getting sued. Medea. Doing something with men. All right. Until then, I want y'all to take care of yourselves and each other and be safe. Have a good night. Until the next one. Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.